So are you in the market for a cheap cycle computer, one that's got plenty of functionality, but you don't want to spend a fortune? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can get one for less than £40 that will be able to monitor heart rate, power, speed, cadence, will be able to map using GPS, tell you how long it takes, and also comes with the accessories to attach it to your bike, monitor your heart rate, and actually monitor the speed and cadence by having sensors included as well. That's right, all of that for less than £40 is time for bikes.
In 1885, Curtis H. Verdier invented the cyclometer, a simple mechanical device that counted the number of rotations of a bicycle wheel. An analogue odometer visible to the rider converted the wheel rotations into the number of miles travelled. Since then, we have seen many iterations of that idea. Even to this day, we still have that idea, but using a magnet and a sensor to record each wheel rotation instead. Then we have a computer which uses a pre-installed formula upon it, which calculates the number of miles travelled, and we can also work out things such as speed. But over the years, the technology has improved massively. In recent times, we've seen the biggest increase in just what these cycle computers are capable of actually doing. Becoming much more complicated devices as each year goes by, we now have a whole bunch of metrics that we can view, record and train by while we spend the time on our bikes. A proper gadget lover's heaven, and let's face it, who doesn't love a nice gadget to play with? As with all technology, as the years pass, a newer model will be released. This will supersede any other models that the company may have brought out up until this date. We then look at the model and decide whether any new features or functions are worth us getting rid of our old cycle computers in favour for our new. And this leaves a whole bunch of cycle computers out there with very little to do. That is what we're going to be focusing on. So our second-hand unit's really the way forward. With £40 to spend, let's see what we can get.
I'm going to suggest not buying a standard cycle computer because generally they keep their price. Look at buying a Garmin watch, okay? Very functional, they've been doing it for years really well, they've got really good battery life, and the functionality on them for what they cost nowadays is phenomenal. Just make sure you know what you're doing, have a look round, look for good quality units, and that's what we're going to do on eBay now.
So I've decided to look at Garmin products to buy, and I trust their customer service. They're really good to me in the past, and also they have really good free analysis software online. So this is the first model I looked at, a 310 XT Forerunner, and that was £13.20 plus postage, really cheap. Also, I wanted a slightly better Garmin watch for us to look at as well, maybe better condition and more included in a triathlon bundle, as you can see here, which isn't actually stated, but there was a best offer being allowed to be put on this item, and I offered £35 and the lady accepted it, and she sent it to me first class, and it was here within a matter of I think 2 days. So really pleased with this win. Let's have a look at what was included with them. Okay, so first up to arrive was the 310 once I've made my order, and it came as said with unit. It had a few marks on it on the outside, wasn't too bad. It turned on fine with no issues whatsoever. Also in the package there was a charger. It was a Garmin branded charger as well. There was a couple little issues with the watch I noticed. One of the pins was bent in the strap there that needed doing. Obviously the sticker had come a little bit off the back as well. It's obviously had a fair bit of use, this model, but still it worked. Now onto the Garmin 910 XT. This came in a much more substantial bit of packaging, bigger box. And it came in its original box as well, which was really nice. Now inside we had the 3 sort of instruction manuals. One was like a quick start manual, one was about the GSC 10 cadence and speed sensor, which was included in the box as well, amazingly, and also just the quick release mount for a watch strap. So these were extras with the tri-bundle you wouldn't usually get. The Garmin unit itself was in really good nick, a couple tiny scratches on the screen, all the buttons felt amazing, the unit turned on and worked well, just 1 or 2 tiny marks along the edges here on the sides, but really nothing to speak of. The strap was in extremely good condition as well. As you can see, the display works absolutely perfectly. What else is in this box? So a premium Garmin heart rate monitor in extremely good condition. Didn't really look used, to be blatantly honest. Other things, this was the quick release mount. This would be the important part, because this piece here fits on the back when you remove the straps, and then you can put it onto your bike like a normal Garmin head unit. Okay, it looked like that with the straps taken off. And going through the box a bit more, we have another one of the Garmin chargers, exactly the same as the 310 XT charger. And here actually is a whole bike mount kit, and there's the new cadence sensor as well. So with its accessories, which is really good if you want to sell it. Personally, I might do, because I already have one of these and it's not much use to me. But we've got 1 amp plus stick for downloading data wirelessly, and funny enough, just one extra one, a smaller USB dongle as well for your computer, so that was brilliant. And this is an extension for the strap, quite an odd thing for me. I'm not quite sure when I would ever get to use that, and some screwdrivers to remove the strap as well. So now we just want to ready the unit to be able to be fitted to a normal bike mount kit on a Garmin. To do that, we must remove both the straps, pull the pins out by unscrewing one end of them. Okay, now we fit the adapter bracket that we're given with the kit, and refit some lovely new pins that were supplied. And that's it, finished, ready to be fitted onto the bike. And we'll be using this Garmin straight away with my upcoming TT this weekend.
I did alright.
Good.
Have a look. See it? So 2140. So my conclusion to the task I set myself to actually get a cycle computer, a decent one for under £40. I think you've already seen, yes you can, and yes I actually have a decent cycle computer that can keep up with every need that I possibly have on a normal daily basis. It does lack mapping. These units do not have any in-depth sort of GPS based mapping. They do have the ability to follow a course on a very simple basic map on screen, and while that's good, that may not be enough for a lot of people. So I'd say maybe you need to consider other models, maybe like a Garmin Edge 800, 810, 820, something like that if you're looking for some decent map, and even a 520 does it quite well to a certain degree as well. So again, for mapping and navigation, they're not the best. Battery life was fine with both of them, and they stuck to the manufacturing specification for that. So I think they were both for 20 hours, and they were both looking and getting on to easily get up to that sort of level, maybe sort of the 15 to 20 hours without running out. Just bear in mind, don't use the backlight too much, okay, so keep that down, and hopefully you should get a good battery life out of it. The 310 didn't get a lot of focus, partly because I had such a good deal in the 910, but the 310 is an absolute giveaway for £13.20 and some extra postage. So all the metrics you might need, I'd recommend you go looking for a second-hand one of those, and as long as the battery's strong in it and it hasn't been used too much in its life, that's an absolute winner. The 910, however, the 910 was just such a good value. The parts individually, if I was selling them on eBay, would easily total up to probably as much as I paid for the unit. Again, I could probably sell it and make a profit on it. So, you know, for me, that's the absolute steal of the day for less than 40 quid. Yes, you have to spend up to £40. Yes, it is a little bit more than the 310 second hand, but in my view, totally worth it because I got such a good deal on the bundle. So what did I like most of all about the units? I like the fact that they are still wireless data transfer and a very simple charger sort of input onto the actual device itself. There's none of this idea where you have to stick wires into like a port, because those can wear and break over time, and I've actually had that problem with a Garmin in the past. That's about where I'm going to leave it actually. These units are perfect for everyday use. for most cyclists. Maybe some like cyclists who in the depths of their training may require some extra stuff, and some of the new features might suit them a little bit better. But as for a day-to-day usable computer, long battery life, they're quite rugged actually as well. They're brilliant. Just bear in mind that you won't have the functionality to upload your rides on the spot to your phone. That is a deal breaker for some people. That's something you need to do at home really, using your computer and the AMP Plus stick which you get. I believe the 910 does possibly upload to some phones, but you'd have to look in that a little bit more depth. Anyway, if you like what you've seen today, and I hope you have, and I hope it's been of use to you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. There'll be more things coming out in future which I really hope will be of use to you regarding cycling. And happy cycling, guys. Thanks for watching.